What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video, another vlog. I am in need of a mid-week reset. It's just been a lot. I feel like with the end of a month, it just gets kind of busy, and I was also traveling for a bit, so my life just feels a little out of order. Physically, my space is messy. Mentally, I just have a lot of tasks that I need to do, work things that I need to catch up on, and then as always, keeping up with my training. It can be a lot sometimes, but yeah, I just have to check in with myself, do the little resets so that I can stay sane. My room has definitely seen better days. A lot of this stuff, honestly, is just stuff that I need to store away or maybe get rid of. I don't know. A small collection of PR that has been accumulating on this surface here. My desk is fine for the most part, but there's always just a collection of things that gather right here. And I would like my desk to be as clear as it can be. But yeah, I figured I might as well just vlog, take you guys along with me as I get my life together. And also we can touch on some topics that I have been thinking about lately. Some to do with confidence, motivation, discipline, how to stay happy physically, mentally. I'm not a perfect example of that, clearly, but I'm human. In this video, I hope to just very candidly take you guys through my processes. We can just talk candidly about some things that I've been thinking about. When I have my vlog going, it honestly feels like I have a friend with me and I can just talk about literally anything. So that is my why for this morning and why I wanted to start a new vlog for y'all. Not gonna lie, putting on this outfit and just this color scheme, the yellow, the brightness, it's giving me the burst of energy and motivation that I need. Personally, I've dealt with a handful of inner insecurities, but also outwardly ones. Physical appearance. Growing up, I did not like being one of the tallest girls in the bunch. Now I feel like all power to me is like my favorite thing about myself. I used to hate how broad my shoulders are. I used to think I could never wear spaghetti straps or padded shoulders because it would just accentuate that way too much. But now I see it as a powerful thing about myself. In more recent months, I've discovered a brand that just makes me feel so confident when I put it on, and that is Classy Network. So thank you to Classy Network for partnering with me on this video. They have really taken over my wardrobe and have become such an essential part of my everyday wear. Their tops are the ultimate bra tops. So built-in bras. With Classy tops, you're gonna get the coverage and support that you need without feeling restricted. No more uni boob, underwire, visible straps, exposed nipples, shoulder pain, and back rolls. They have so many silhouettes, from high neck tank tops, long sleeve tops, off the shoulder tops, skinny straps like this, which a top like this would normally require another bra underneath, but with this, it's all built into one, and it makes it so easy to throw on and feel confident. I believe this color was more recently added, but when I saw it on their site, I was like, you're coming home with me, because it just makes me pop. It makes me feel happy. No matter what your size is on top, Classy has some great options. Each of the tops has the built-in padding in it. There's also different size paddings for different cup sizes. It's a very customizable fit, which I love. If I flip it inside out, I can show y'all. The inner built-in shelf area is so stretchy, so comfy, and it makes all-day wear a breeze. I feel like a lot of us women don't enjoy wearing bras all day because it cuts into your side and it's tight along your rib cage. You feel claustrophobic, but I don't get that with this. I could literally wear these all day. I mean, I love to wear these around the house with sweats. I could dress up, wear with jeans. And again, I didn't think that the spaghetti straps were for me, but I have been loving these styles. I truly cannot recommend them enough. I highly suggest you guys check out their selection. You guys can scan this QR code or check out the link in my description. Be sure to use my code CLASSY824 to get 20% off your order. As simple and silly as it may seem, elevating my everyday basics definitely gives me some confidence. Why is there a tissue in my pants? Okay, I don't really know where to start here. There are definitely some things that I know I can just completely toss. I just have random package boxes, wrappers. I have this miscellaneous box of things that some are trash worthy, some are maybe Facebook Marketplace sale worthy, but also I don't feel like even going through the trouble of selling anything. It's just taking up physical space and also mental space. I do like this lamp, but I just don't feel like I have a space for it right now. Like maybe I would in the future, but is it worth me holding on to it? I don't know. Oh, actually I'm gonna give these to Christo. It's a little pouch that you hang onto your bike handlebars. It's actually a gift from Strava, but I just haven't had a need for it. You might be able to make use of those. Okay, I'll set those aside. Oh, GoPro chargers. That's kind of important. When will I ever need this? It's honestly so cute though. It's an inflatable kiddie pool. The only idea that I have is like in the far, far future when I have a child or I don't know, a puppy, and it wants to sit in a nice cold pool. It's a heart shape though. It's so cute. Okay. I literally have to vacuum my room multiple times a day because I just have so many hairs on the floor. So I kind of just scoot them to one area, and then I try to grab as much of the hair. Trying not to vacuum my hair as much as I can. And that's better because it doesn't clog the vacuum. Quick vacuum. I feel like I just have to continuously vacuum throughout the process. Bags here to unpack. I need a quick refuel. My mom has some kimchi mandu here, so I'm gonna quickly eat this. While I'm here, I might as well just make myself a whole breakfast. So, cottage cheese hot honey toast. So good. So good. Very random breakfast, but so yummy. What the actual heck? Are you joking? I actually flipped my entire toast upside down. At least it didn't get on my pants, that's all I'm saying. It's fine. Everything's fine. Spilled on the floor too. Shoot. I'm propping myself here so I can just fold laundry. Something that's so funny, I had to quickly go through some of my SD cards because I needed space on this one. Part of decluttering is also digitally decluttering, which I feel like I really need to do. I need to go through my email inboxes, my iCloud storage, my photos on my iPhone in general, especially when social media is my job and I just have so many photos, so many videos of literally everything in my life, every partnership I've worked on, any vacation I've taken, or yeah. I found footage that I literally thought I had lost. Actually been exactly 2 years since I filmed all of this. It's so funny because I was literally sitting on this very bed and I was documenting a little procedure that I got done a couple years back. I mentioned that I wanted to talk about confidence, and I feel like that goes hand in hand with insecurities because insecurities sort of hinder confidence at times. This procedure that I had done was for one of my biggest insecurities. And there is a specific someone who occasionally comes up in my comments and will not let me forget this insecurity of mine. Very weird comment left on a video of mine recently. And this isn't the first time that it's been asked. I used to have a mole on my left armpit, and this was a birthmark. I've had it literally my whole life. It wasn't just a flat surface. It was like a mole that protruded out, sort of. But at the end of the day, it was on my armpit, so it was pretty much covered unless I lifted my arms up, which as a girl who works out and at the time was filming a lot of my workouts, it wasn't my favorite thing to show about myself. I never really even thought about removing it, but then it came to my attention that I quite literally can. That is what I did. Honestly, let's just roll the tapes because I have been meaning to share this. Again, I thought I lost all this footage. I actually didn't rewatch anything yet, but pretty sure that the premise of that video was talking about insecurities. So I wanted to document this process and just use this as an opportunity to talk about things like insecurities, which we all as human beings have our own handful of. We're taking care of one of them today. Saying goodbye. This guy right here. Pretty easy to hide. I just want it gone. I'm gonna be able to freely lift my arms up and not have to worry about that. Maybe some of you didn't even know that I had that there, but for me, I know it's there. So I have an appointment today at 11. We're gonna get it checked out and hopefully same day procedure. That would be ideal because the sooner the better.
And as far as like aftercare, you're good to go about your normal routine. If it turns into a scab, just apply polysporin.
I can't even imagine what I'm gonna look like without it because I've had it my whole life.
You know what it looks like.
Oh! Oh my gosh. Whoa.
I know. Put some ointment on it today and then it'll turn into a scab, but honestly it's gonna heal beautifully within the next couple of days. So
wow,
I'll give it 2 full weeks. Yeah.
Guys, what? I'm literally back home. I can't believe how quick that was. A literal part of me is now gone in the garbage. Basically feels like I just scraped my armpit. Tiny burning right now, but the healing should be pretty quick and easy.
You mean snip snip?
More like slice slice actually.
Slice slice? You mole! Oh.
Well, it has a band-aid on it right now. They injected it with something to numb it. I couldn't feel anything. She was like, oh, can you feel this? I was like, no. Not that I could feel her slicing. I could tell something, that motion was happening, but I couldn't feel pain. Burned off the excess to stop the bleeding, and then, yeah.
You happy with the result?
I mean, right now it just kind of looks like I scraped myself. But yeah, that thing was living rent-free on my armpit for my entire life, so it was time to go. I literally can't believe how quick that whole process was. Shout out to Haley. Haley, who helped me with my removal. She's actually not at the clinic that I visited. I think she moved clinics. So if you're interested in seeing her, she does other cosmetic procedures, services as well. I could have done this many years ago. So many years ago. Only recently came to my attention that I could actually fix one of my insecurities very easily. Big insecurity of mine that I had for a lot of my young adult years was my acne. To this day, my skin is literally so far from perfect. I feel like I just have texture and scarring, and my skin scars very easily. The women in my family, my mom, my sister, gorgeous skin. They do both take very good care of their skin, so I'll give them that. But I am definitely more acne prone, and that is something that I had to deal with heavily my college years and then a couple years to follow. People who are struggling with acne need to remind themselves that it is such a common thing. Just because people you see online have perfectly perfect skin doesn't mean that you're the only one who's struggling. In the thick of my really bad acne era, I remember just being so desperate to clear it, wanting to try all the different products, and products that probably weren't even suitable for my skin, overcomplicating my routine. I think at the end of the day, I just had to be patient with myself, establish a more consistent skincare routine. Things that really did help my skin a lot was this one specific face wash, benzoyl peroxide face wash, something that actually going to treat the acne. Curology honestly saved my skin so many times in college. Sometimes I've stopped my subscription and then I started up again, and I'm trying to read my prescription now. It's azelaic acid, niacinamide. Those products, great for my acne. Using all the fancy serums and toners at the time when my skin was really screaming for help, I don't think those were helping. Now my focus with my skin is, you know, anti-aging things because I am in my late 20s now. And also just things to sort of give life to my skin because I do feel like my skin looks and feels dull sometimes. And also texture, scarring, those are just always gonna be things that I'm gonna have to try and deal with. The people who you see as having perfect skin will have their own insecurities, and I mean that goes for everything. People's body types, people's personalities even. My introvertedness, sorry, I'm like yapping now. I really need to continue my laundry, sorry. My introvertedness, I think, will forever be a big insecurity of mine. If I'm in a room of a lot of people, I shut down because it can be overwhelming when it comes to big group settings, meeting people for the first time. I am definitely an introvert, and I've always seen that quality of myself as a weakness, but I think that it has some really good traits as well. Of course, in a group of people, it's always fun to have like the loud, funny, outgoing, extroverted people, but sometimes you need the balance. I'm a good listener. I can remember the important things or even just the smallest details. It's not all about who can talk the loudest in the room or who can talk the most talk. For me, I'm all about reading the room and absorbing information and learning from people, chiming in when I think it's necessary, but not forcing myself. Okay, this is a bit of a mess. I can trash these. Oh, I do need to keep this. New filter for this guy. I might need to swap that out soon. Clothes. Put away. I have some BTS goodies. Put into this box and maybe store away somewhere. This notebook. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This was my life during COVID. But honestly, 2025, BTS is back, I think. Until they announce anything officially, I gotta put this, my army bomb, away. I have all my beads here. Pretty sure that these are expired. Expired in 2022, but we'll keep for the box. Not bad. I feel like this is the best I can do. Jewelry, some of my makeup brushes, my makeup bag. This skincare junkie area, I really don't have a better storage solution for this, so this is gonna have to do. I managed to get a decent amount of cleaning done. My room's looking a lot better, but I wanted to get out of the house and just set aside the next 2 hours to get my workouts in. For sure, I'm doing an intervals workout, so I just pulled up to the track. I'm gonna do my run, and then if I'm feeling up for it, I will maybe go to the gym. But yeah, it's almost 3 p.m., so that means the gym is gonna be very crowded by the time I head over there. Today I have a tempo 2 miles workout. I'm kind of scared for this one, not gonna lie. 2-mile interval at a pretty fast pace, one that I don't know that I'm comfortable holding for that long. I have 2 sets of that. I usually bring a bag with me to the track and pray that it's safe while I'm running around the track. Got some electrolytes in here. Was snacking on some of these Scratch energy chews on my way over. Had about half of the bag, so maybe during my rest in between the 2 intervals I can have a couple more of those. But yeah, I'm gonna get my workout in, spend some time for myself. This to me, honestly, is like my self-care time. Feels like a treat when I get to step away from whatever work I'm working on, take care of the other work that I need to do, which is my training plan. It is my peak week of training for the London Marathon, so yeah, I definitely don't want to be skipping my workouts this week. All right, let's head out there. It's cold, windy, but I know once I get in a couple laps, I'll be warm, I'll be fine. The hardest part is getting here, so check, we're here. Not gonna lie, I cut my workout a little short. I got a little overwhelmed because I finished my warm-up and then I was halfway through my first interval and then floods of kids just came because there's a track meet now. Not to use that as an excuse, but I had to grab my bag, move to the upper loop. I got through my first interval, took my rest, did another mile, and then yeah, I did my workout there. Mildly disappointed, but also dang, 2-mile interval is pretty tough. That was a very successful outing. I ran, I gymmed, also went to the grocery store, and I'm gonna start on dinner. I believe Christo is on a run right now, so he should be back any minute now. But I am appointing myself in charge of tonight's meal. I did go to Whole Foods, which I don't normally shop there, but their salmon fillets are really good. We don't eat salmon often, but when we do, I feel like it's worth. Got some sweet potatoes, asparagus, just washed that. I'm gonna try to do a 1-pan meal. Keep it easy. But yeah, I was in the mood for just a nice, fresh, healthy meal tonight. Good morning. Cheers. I have my big cup of coffee. I'm so excited. Well, I'm not really excited. I'm ready to take on a lot of overdue work. You know, oh my gosh. Doing social media full time, I've honestly just had to sort of learn the processes along the way, all the steps that go into any partnership that I take on. As a brief timeline, I'll typically get an email from a brand, start that conversation, go over the deliverables, the rate, as in how much to get paid for that. Then there's a contract, creating a concept, and then once that's all approved, then you can go into production. So that's when I actually go and film and integrate it into whatever piece of content, whether it's a vlog or an Instagram reel or a post or whatever. Once it's been filmed, I go and edit it to then be revised before actually being posted. But once it's posted, the main chunk of the work is done, and a lot of times I just sort of like, oh, it's done. Okay. But no, you gotta get paid. You gotta send your W-9, you gotta send your invoice, and then you have to follow up and make sure that that payment actually goes through. Right now, it's the invoicing that I'm so behind on. We are well into 2025 now, and I still need to send invoices from 2024. Some brands will ping you to be like, hey, send your invoice so you can get paid, but a lot of times they won't. So you kind of have to chase for it. Oh my gosh, wait, that's crazy. Oh no, these ones. In the last year, I've actually created a system that has helped me stay way more organized, thank goodness, but I don't know how I was doing without any sort of logging. I now have a Google, what's this called? A Google spreadsheet. Now have a Google Sheet where I input every single partnership and then little boxes of if I filmed, if I've posted, if I've sent the invoice, and if I got paid. So I can go down the line and tick all those things off. If it's green, that means it's done. If it's red, that means I haven't done it. Right now I'm seeing a lot of red, which means I haven't been paid for a lot of the stuff that I did last year. So that's not good. Yeah. But this is just busy work that I just need to sit, be focused on. I'm gonna get some jazz music playing. That always helps with my focus. Little jazz instrumental. Oh, morning. Yes. So much busy work today, but I love it. Kind of love these days. It's a little gloomy out. I don't mind being indoors and working in my room for a few hours. Now I'm out in the living room. I'm always making lunch right now and we're having kalguksu. It's really good Korean knife cut noodles. Oh, it's one of my favorite meals. With the fresh kimchi. Yum, yum, yum. I'm just gonna taste test it. Yes. Is that too much? It's good. Mashi's so yum.